Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following our Spate Season 2 episode breakdowns, you already know the deal. We cover the story honestly, completely, and without sugarcoating anything, including the production. Now episode 3 just dropped on April 15th, 2026, and this one throws Arthur into a completely unexpected situation. No guild, no mission briefing, no Jasmine by his side, just Arthur, alone, stranded on an island, with a mana-beast that controls the weather. And, of all the people in the world he could have ended up stranded with, Lucas Wykes. Yes, that Lucas Wykes. Episode 3 is titled The King is Stranded, and it's a chaotic, fast-paced episode full of survival, an unlikely team-up, a brutal fight, and, because this is Spate, yet another Tesha almost reunion that ends in disaster. Buckle up, let's break it all down. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're coming back, smash that like button. Let's get into it. Real quick, where we left off. Episode 1. Arthur defeated an Arachne solo, got scolded by Alice, and the episode ended with him thinking about Tesha. Episode 2. Full perspective switch to Tesha. She completed a mission in human territory, fought a magic-resistant mana beast, defeated it using a mana punch Arthur taught her, and then tried to go see Arthur, only to run away the moment she bumped into his mother and sister. Episode 3 brings us back to Arthur, but not in any situation we expected. Because this episode kicks off with one very important question. How on earth did Arthur end up stranded alone on a beach? The episode opens with Arthur lying on the sand of an unfamiliar beach, barely conscious. He slowly comes back to his senses, and as his memory clears, we get the flashback explanation. Arthur and Jasmine were traveling by sea on a mission when a violent storm hit. A brutal, uncontrollable storm that overwhelmed their vessel and scattered everyone aboard. Arthur and Jasmine were separated in the chaos. And now Arthur has washed up on a random island somewhere. No Jasmine, no bearings, no idea where he is. His first instinct is exactly what you'd expect from someone carrying the memories of King Grey. Calm assessment, then action. He gets to his feet and starts searching the island for Jasmine. But Jasmine is nowhere to be found. What he finds instead, completely and thoroughly unexpected, is Lucas Wykes and his companion Elijah, sitting on the beach in the exact same situation. Stranded, confused, also looking for people from their group. And the look on Arthur's face when he sees Lucas? Perfect. Because of all the people to be shipwrecked with, this is not who he would have picked. Now, for anyone who needs a quick refresher on Lucas Wykes, he is arrogant, entitled, and has been a thorn in Arthur's side since we first met him. He's the type who questions other people's achievements, dismisses those he sees as beneath him, and uses his family's name and status as a weapon. He and Arthur have had nothing but friction, and now they are stuck on the same island together. To his credit, Arthur doesn't make it hostile. He's practical. Survival first, rivalry later. And Elijah, who has always been more reasonable than Lucas, helps keep things from immediately falling apart. The three of them set up camp together. Arthur takes charge of gathering food, because of course he does. The man has the instincts of a seasoned king. They build a fire, eat, and start planning how to get off the island. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, Jasmine has also washed up, but she doesn't find Arthur. She finds two soldiers from the Wykes family who were also separated in the storm. She pairs up with them and starts searching the island from her side. And Arthur, knowing Sylvie is nearby somewhere, sends her out to track down Jasmine and the rest of the stranded group. Sylvie on a search mission is a reassurance. She'll find them. But before anyone goes anywhere, Lucas drops some information that changes the whole plan. Lucas, it turns out, was on this island deliberately. He had a quest to hunt a specific high-tier mana beast that lives here. A beast with an extraordinary ability. It can control the weather. That storm that sank their ship and scattered everyone? Almost certainly this creature's doing. The island is its territory, and the storm is how it protects that territory. And it's still out there, somewhere on the island, waiting. For any normal adventurer, the smart move would be to focus on escaping the island and reporting the beast to the guild for a proper organized hunt. That's the rational call. But Lucas is on a mission, and Arthur, given his nature, isn't going to stand by while there's a threat that could harm others. Plus, the more they learn about this beast, the clearer it becomes that simply leaving isn't even safe. The beast will just summon another storm the moment they try to sail away. So, despite everything between them, Arthur, Elijah, and Lucas team up to hunt the beast together. It's a genuinely interesting dynamic. Three people who don't fully trust each other, forced to coordinate against a common enemy. Arthur leads with strategy and composure. Elijah brings calm competence. And Lucas, despite his personality flaws, is not actually weak. He has power and skill. He's just insufferable about it. The beast itself is a massive, giant salamander-like mana beast, and it is immediately one of the most challenging opponents Arthur has faced in Season 2. Its weather control ability means the battlefield is never stable. It can shift the conditions of the fight at will, summoning wind, rain, fog, lightning, making it nearly impossible to lock into a rhythm. Every time Arthur's group tries to establish a strategy, the beast disrupts it by changing the environment around them. The three of them fight hard. Arthur uses his combined augmentation and conjuration magic in ways that genuinely impress even Lucas, who has been dismissive of Arthur up to this point. Elijah coordinates between them, helping bridge the gap between Arthur's more unconventional fighting style and Lucas's aggressive power-oriented approach. After a back-and-forth battle where they try multiple strategies, Arthur switches tactics mid-fight, reading the beast's patterns and adjusting, and they finally start landing consistent damage. There's a moment where the battle looks like it might be turning in their favor. They think they're close to finishing it, and then the beast gets back up. It was playing dead, or simply had more endurance than they anticipated, and now all three of them are significantly drained. Mana is running low. Stamina is fading. The beast is still standing and ready for round 2. They're in serious trouble. And then, Jasmine appears. She found them, guided by Sylvie through the island. She takes in the situation instantly. 3 exhausted fighters, 1 still standing weather-controlling beast. She doesn't hesitate. She steps forward and, in a single fluid sword strike, beheads the beast cleanly. Done. Just like that. And it's the perfect Jasmine moment, because it's not just a power display. It's a reminder of exactly who she is and why she's been such an important mentor to Arthur. She is calm, precise, and completely decisive when it counts. The beast that had 3 fighters on the ropes goes down in 1 stroke from Jasmine. Arthur has been learning from the right person this whole time. After the beast is defeated, the group leaves the island and begins the journey back to the mainland. The immediate crisis is over, and the episode then cuts back to Tesha. She and her group, Vio and Faye, are enjoying a meal together in town. And Faye and Vio, because they are exactly the kind of friends who would do this, start teasing Tesha about Arthur, poking at her, reminding her that she ran away from his mother and sister last time, telling her she should go try again. Tesha, pushed past her limit of being teased, storms off to try once more. She heads toward Arthur's home, heart in her throat, nerves completely shot, and this time she gets even closer than before. And then she walks directly into Arthur's father, Reynolds. And Tesha, the elven princess, the mana punch that one-shot the beast, turns and runs away at full speed. Again, it is perfectly, beautifully, painfully funny. The look on her face, the immediate flee response. Vio and Faye watching from a distance, probably dying of laughter. The episode ends there. Tesha's still no closer to actually speaking to Arthur. Their reunion dangling just out of reach, episode after episode. With the most adorably comedic barrier imaginable, his family keeps appearing at the worst possible moment. Staying real with you as always. Episode 3 continues the pattern from previous weeks. The animation is still heavily reliant on still frames and limited movement throughout. And this episode specifically introduced some noticeably poor 3D CGI for the Salamander Beast, which looked out of place compared to the rest of the character art and made some of the fight scenes feel disconnected. Critics are calling this one narrative overcrowding as well, meaning the episode tries to cover a lot of ground in a short runtime and the pacing suffers for it. There are source material fans who feel certain story beats deserve more breathing room. The story itself is solid. The Jasmine save is a great moment. The Lucas-Arthur Force team-up is a smart dynamic. But this is still a show where you're watching for the story, not the production. And that's the honest truth. So that is the beginning after the end. Season 2 Episode 3, The King is Stranded. Arthur waking up alone on a beach, teaming up with Lucas Wykes of all people. fighting a weather-controlling salamander beast to a standstill. Jasmine arriving at the perfect moment and ending the fight in one strike. And Tesha running away from Arthur's dad with the exact same energy as last week. 3 episodes in, Season 2 is building Arthur's world in multiple directions simultaneously. His adventurer life, his complicated relationships, the looming approach of Xyrus Academy, and Tesha's parallel journey slowly converging toward his. Every episode is doing work even when the animation struggles to match the story's potential. The source material is strong, the story is moving, and if you know what's coming, you know the Academy arc is going to change everything. And that is your complete breakdown of the beginning after the end. Season 2, Episode 3. The King is stranded. Arthur stranded on a storm island with his rival. An unlikely trio taking on a beast none of them could beat alone. Jasmine arriving like an absolute legend to end it in one hit. And Tesha completing her personal speed run of how to avoid talking to Arthur while standing right outside his house for the second week running. I honestly love Tesha's storyline this season. Every near miss is funnier than the last. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think Arthur and Tesha are finally going to properly meet in episode 4? And what did you think of the Arthur-Lucas team up? Did it change how you see Lucas at all? Drop your thoughts below. This community always has the best takes. A like genuinely helps this channel reach more debate fans. It takes 2 seconds and means everything. And if you want every episode of Season 2 covered right here, subscribe and hit the bell. See you next week. Until then, the second life is just getting started.
Yeah.